In this video, we are going to do a complete Vocaloid production. We will compose some Midi files on Sibelius Verse free version for a rhythm guitar, lead guitar, and voice with lyrics. We will use the voice Midi to make a wave file in Vocaloid 5 editor. We will use the instrument Midi with the voice wave file to mix the song in Pro Tools and export a wave and MP3 of that song to use in your Vocaloid production. If you don't have Sibelius Verse, there's a link to the free certified version in the description. In the description is a link to the free VST guitar Ample M Lite 2 that was used to make the music for this video. Also in the description are links where you can purchase legal copies of the software programs Vocaloid 5 Editor and Pro Tools. Sibelius Verse is a legal free version. Vocaloid 5 and Pro Tools cost money. If you're looking to do this free with cracked software, then this is not for you. If you want to be a serious Vocaloid producer, you will need to put money into your software and obtain legal copies. Anyway, let's get started with Sibelius Verse. In the quick start window on top, go to New Score and select a blank document. In the document setup window, click on the Change Instrument button. On the left, click on Guitars and go to the acoustic guitar notation. Click on it until it appears in the window on the right. Then do it again. Put in 2 acoustic guitar notations. Then go to Singers and click on Alto until an alto singing track appears on the right. At the bottom of this window, click OK. Scroll down to the time signature setup and click on 9/8 time signature. Scroll down to where it says Tempo and click an X in the metronome mark box and set the tempo to 60. Scroll down to Key Signature Setup, click the flyout arrow on the side of the Major Sharp Keys button and click on the Major Flat Keys tab and select the key of E flat major. Scroll down to Score Information Setup and name the file. I give my Sibelius files a number because I don't always know what the name is when I write the music. Put your name in the composer, songwriter, lyricist, and copyright, and then click the Create button at the bottom, and you should have 5 bars and 3 instruments on a score page that looks like this. Go to where it labels the staff acoustic guitar and change acoustic to rhythm. Then change the acoustic below to lead and change the alto to voice. Now we need a chord progression for our song. But first let's find the chords naturally in the key of E flat. Hit the K key to call up the key information. Look at the key of E flat. It has an E flat, an A flat, and a B flat in its scale, making the scale of the key E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D. Now if you apply the formula major, minor, minor, major, major, minor diminished, you get E flat major, F minor, G minor, A flat major, B flat major, C minor, D diminished. Let's write our song in C minor and run the chords in order because they always sound good in order and no one can say you stole their chord progressions. So let's use C minor, F minor, G minor, C minor. Look at your score, hit escape, 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 then Control K. A blue arrow will become your cursor. Click it on top of the first rhythm guitar bar and type in C minor, small m, and hit the space bar. A chord symbol for C minor will appear. Keep typing and type in FM, small m, space bar, and GM, small m, space bar, and there will be 3 chord symbols on your score. Drag the G minor chord symbol over to bar 4 and drag the F minor chord symbol over to bar 3. Now go to the top toolbar and go to View Fretboard and drag out your fretboard to under the rhythm guitar bars. On your keypad, make sure it is in voice 1 and blue and hit the number 3 or click on the 8th note to call it up. Go to the first bar and put in an 8th note on C because the chord is C. Click on the C minor chord symbol and look at the dots on the fretboard to see where you need to put the notes. Click on the note you put in C and you will fill in the rest of the notes by clicking on the fretboard. When you can click on the fretboard and then click on the notes and the dots don't change, you have it right. Once you have the C minor correct, go to the first space in bar 3 and put in an eighth note on F because we are putting in an F minor. Click on the chord symbol and click on the note and then get them to match. There is a sharp in the chord. Click on that note, which is a G sharp, and up arrow once and make it an A flat without changing the chord. Go to the fourth bar and put in an eighth note on G as the chord is G minor. Click on the chord symbol to see where you need to put the notes. Click on the notes and make them match. When clicking on the chord symbol and clicking on the notes match, you have it. Now go to bar 1, click on the bottom note of the chord, then hold the shift key down to select multiple items and click on the top of the chord to highlight the whole chord. Hit Ctrl C to copy the chord and hold the shift key down and click the rest of the measure to highlight it, including highlighting the chord symbol. Hit Ctrl V and paste the C minor chord throughout the bar. When you do, the chord symbol will disappear. You don't want a bunch of chord symbols left when you copy and paste. While the chords are still selected, hit Ctrl C to copy them, then click on the second bar and hit Ctrl V to paste. Go to the last bar, click on it, and click Ctrl V to paste C minors into bars 5. This follows our chord progression: C minor, C minor, F minor, G minor, C minor. Now go to bar 3, click on the bottom note of the chord, hold the shift key down, and click on the top note of the chord to select it, then hold the shift key down and select the rest of the bar, including the chord symbol, then hit Ctrl V to paste into it. The bar will be full of chords and the chord symbol will disappear. Do the same thing with the G minor. Select the chord and copy and paste it into the rest of the bar. Now you have your rhythm guitar chord progression in the score. Your score will look like this. In the full score window, zoom in to bar 1 where you can see the rhythm guitar bar and the empty lead guitar bar underneath it. Go to your keypad and leaving it on voice 1 blue, hit the number 2 or click the 16th note icon to call up the 16th note. You will need to put in 16 notes on low C throughout bar 1. You can see the low C note in the chord on the rhythm guitar. Once you have all the low C 16 notes in bar 1, it will look like this. Go to the second 16th note in bar 1 on the lead guitar and click on it, highlighting it. On your keypad, hit number 3 or click on the 8th note icon to turn the note to an 8th note. Then click on the dot below the 3 on the keypad and the 8th note on the keypad flyout. This will make the note a dotted 8th note. Escape, 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 and click on and highlight the first note on the lead guitar bar. With the down arrow, go down 3 times and the note will be on the low G, which is still in the chord. Then click on and highlight the whole first bar of the lead guitar and hit Ctrl C. Then holding the shift key down, click on bar 5 of the lead guitar to select all 5 bars of the lead guitar. Hit Ctrl V to paste all 5 bars of the lead guitar. It should look like this. Then go to and select bar 3 with the up arrow and go up 3 times until all notes but the first one are on F. Then click on and highlight bar 4 and with the up arrow go up 4 times until all notes are but the first are on G. Now zoom in on the first bar and you are going to randomly change 2 or 3 16 notes to 8th notes. So I went to the 5th note and clicked on it and hit 3 on the keypad or click the 8th note on the keypad flyout. Then I clicked the 11th note and hit the number 3 on the keypad or click the 8th note icon. Now click on the 3rd note and go up arrow twice. Now click on the 5th note and go down arrow 3 times. Now click on the 7th note and go up arrow twice. Then go to the 9th note and go down arrow 3 times. Then go to the 11th note and go up arrow twice. Go to the 12th note and go up arrow 4 times. Go to the 13th note and Go up arrow twice. Now look at bar 1. You need to do the same thing to bars 2, 3, and 4. The same but different. Put in a random 2 or 3 eighth notes on the 16th notes in each bar. Then run the notes up and down the notes in the chord. You can go up 2, then up 2, then up 3, and stay in tune. You can go down 3, then down 2, then down 2, and stay in key. If you get lost, you can refer to the chord in the rhythm guitar as a guide. Complete the transformations of bars 2, 3, and 4, and then go to bar 5. Bar 5 will be a little different. Go to the 8th 16th note from the end and highlight it, then click 5 on your keypad and turn it into a half note. Then change 1, not the first, random 16th note to an 8th note by hitting 3 on the keypad. Make sure and leave the half note on C and do not move it up or down. That way your music phrase will end on the best note. Go to the second from the last note, highlight it and go up arrow twice. Then click on the 4th note from the end and go down arrow 3 times. Then click on the 3rd note from the front and go up arrow twice. It will look like this. Go to the top toolbar and go to View, then Mixer, and drag out your mixer. You need to mute the rhythm guitar by half. Just click the mute button once to do this. If your mixer still says A guitar in both channels, it is the first one, and you can change the name in the mixer by changing the label of the bars you find further in the score. Now hit the spacebar to audition the work you have done so far. Now we will work on the melody. Go to the second bar of the rhythm guitar and click and highlight the whole bar. Then hold the shift key and click on the bar 4 of the rhythm guitar and you should have 3 bars selected. Hit Ctrl C to copy them, then select the second bar of the voice and hit Ctrl V to paste the guitar chords into the voice track. Go to the full score tab and right click on it and open the voice part. With simple notes, type over the chord and put in a few notes and then a few rests and then a few notes and then a few rests and then a few more notes. This is a slow song, so these notes will drag on a bit and a little will go a long way. Once you have your melody, close the voice part and go back to the full score view. Your score should look like this. Now go to the first bar of your rhythm guitar and click on and highlight it, then hold the shift key down and click on the last bar of the voice so that you highlight all the music in your score. The whole thing should be selected, then hit Ctrl C to copy. Then hit Ctrl B to call up a new bar, and then Ctrl V to paste, then Ctrl B, then Ctrl V, then Ctrl B, then Ctrl V one last time. You just made 3 more copies and should now have 4 copies of your music, giving you a total of 20 bars. Your score should look like this. Now go to bar 11 and click on and select the lead guitar bar. Hold the shift key down and click on lead guitar bar 15 to select bars 11 through 15 of the lead guitar and then delete them. Your score will look like this. Zoom in to the rhythm guitar bar number 13, hit escape, 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 and then Ctrl K and a blue arrow will be your cursor. Click above the rhythm guitar bar 13 and type AB, small b, hit the space bar and a chord symbol will appear for A flat major. Keep typing and type BB, small b, and space bar and a flat B major chord symbol will appear. Drag the B flat symbol over to bar 14. Go to the top bar toolbar and go to View Fretboard and drag out your fretboard. Click on the A flat symbol to see where you need to put your dots. Then click on one of the notes in the first chord on bar 13 and on the fretboard make the dots match the symbol. Click on the sharp in the chord and up arrow to clean it. Do the same with bar 14. Click on the symbol and make the notes in the first chord of the bar match. Once you can click on the chord symbol and click on the note and they are the same, you have it. Go to the A flat chord in bar 13. Click on the bottom note of the chord, hold the shift key down and click on the top note so that the whole chord is selected, and Control C to copy, and then hold the shift key down and select the rest of the bar including the symbol and hit the Control V to paste. You will have A flat major chord throughout bar 13. Do the same thing with bar 14. Click on the bottom note of B flat and hold the shift key and click on the top note to select the whole chord. Hit the Control C to copy, then hold the shift key down and select the end of the bar to highlight it all, and then Control V to paste into it. Go to bar 11 on the full score so you can see the lead guitar and rhythm guitar. On your keypad, hit 2 or click the 16th note and make sure you are in voice 1 blue. Now remember what you did the first 5 bars of the lead guitar? Well, we're going to do the 5 more bars just like it but different. Put in 16th notes along low C in bar 11. Go to the second note on the keypad, hit 3 and the dot to make it a dotted 8th note. Then go to the first note and down arrow 3 times. Then click on and highlight the whole bar and Control C to copy it. Hold the shift key down and click on the lead guitar bar number 15 to select all 5 bars of the lead guitar and hit Control V to paste into them. Go to bar 13 and select it all and up arrow 5 times so that all the notes except the first one are on A flat. Then go to bar 14, select all and up arrow 6 times so that all the notes except the first one are on B flat. Your score should look like this. Now zoom in on bar 11 and make 3 of the 16th notes 8 notes with the notes besides the first 2. Run up and down the chord by clicking on notes and using up and down arrow. Do this with the next 4 bars. Make them all the same but different. Now zoom in on bar 15, lead guitar, and go to the 8th note from the end and select it. Hit 5 on the keypad or select a half note on the keypad flyout and change it to a half note. Go in and change 1/16th note to an 8th note, not the first 2. Then starting from the back, leave the last note on C and the next note to the last note. Go up or down and continue with all but the first 2 notes. It should look like this. And your score should look like this. Go in and highlight bar 12 of the rhythm guitar. Hold the shift key down and select bar 14 of the rhythm guitar and hit Control C to copy it. Then highlight bar 12 of the voice and hit Control V to paste into it. Right click on the full score tab and open the voice part only. Now using the chords as a guide, put in a few notes of melody and a few rests, then a few more notes of melody, then a few more rests, and finally some more notes of melody. Now your voice part will look like this but different. You have finished with writing the music. Go back to the full score view and hit the space bar to audition your score. Go back into the voice by clicking on full score and selecting it. Then count your notes in your melody and note them down. Then if your lyrics are going to rhyme, assign a rhyme scheme. I'm using A, A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, F, F, so that the first 2 lines rhyme, then the next 2 lines rhyme, and so on. Here are my lyrics. While you have the voice part open, go to File, Export Midi, and export a Midi of your vocal melody. Then close the voice part and have open the full score. Then go to File, Export Midi, and export a file of the whole score. If you don't want the voice track on your full score Midi, go to the mixer and mute it before you export a Midi because muted tracks don't export. Now close Sibelius first and open Vocaloid 5 editor. Go to File, Import, and import your Midi file. Import the tempo and time signature. Delete the top track. Click on the notes and you can change your singer. I'm using Megpoint English. Click on the space below the first note and you can enter your lyrics. If you type your lyrics digitally, then you can copy and paste them in, but if not, then type them in. When you get through, listen for mistakes and fix any. Now if you're in the tuning, now is your chance. Once you are happy with the Vocaloid voice, then go to File, then Audio Mixdown. Click OK in the flyout box, and once your WAV file bounces, you can close Vocaloid 5 Editor and open Pro Tools and create new. Now you should know the name of your song, so enter it as the file name in Pro Tools. Click the Add MP3 and click Create. Go to Window Edit to call up your edit window, then go to File Import and import your score Midi. Import as a new track and check the import tempo and time signature boxes. Your two guitar tracks will appear as a piano roll in the edit window. Right-click on the first input button and go to the multi-channel plug-in Instrument Expand, and the Expand Synthesizer window will open. Click right here on this little arrow and on the Expand window and go to Guitars, Fingerboard, Nylon Acoustic. Then go to Lead Guitar Track and click on the Insert button here and go to Instruments, Multi-Channel Plug-in, Ample Guitar, M-Style 2 Light, and the plug-in window for the guitar will appear. Then go to Import Audio and import the WAV file of your singer as a new track. Your edit window will look like this. Go to Window Mix and you can master your 3 tracks. Once you are satisfied with your mix, go to File Bounce, Mix, and a filing window will appear. Route the file to be saved in your folder you made for the score, and then click Use Current Folder, and then a window will appear for MP3 information. Fill in the artist and album if you want, then click OK, and your file will bounce to a WAV and an MP3 in the folder you chose. Now you have completed your Vocaloid song production. Thank you for watching. The background music for this video was made with the Midi that you will make. How-to video by Tracy Poe.